I want to talk a little bit about this left-right rhythm step on the serve. It's really important at higher levels of tennis that you have this left-right rhythm after you serve to be able to get behind the baseline and defend. It also takes a little pressure off your left knee if you're able to use this step to decelerate the motion. If you're only using your left knee, it puts a lot of pressure on your ankles and your knees. But if you can land left-right and then use the right foot to push off of, I think that is going to be much quicker to get behind the baseline and defend. And it also takes off some of the pressure on your left foot. Now this guy has a very simple serve. He doesn't have a lot of major shoulder turn or separation angle between the shoulder and the hips. He really just tosses it up and goes for it, and has that really nice rhythm step though. Let's take a look at your serve. So what's going on here is you have quite a bit of angular momentum, which is great, but not enough linear momentum. The other thing you're doing really well is, I like how this right elbow is behind your back. Djokovic does that really well. It's hyper-angulated, and what that allows you to do is allows you to swing this racket head out on the outside of your body, which allows you to pronate a little easier. So that's one thing I really like. But you just kind of spin up to this ball, meaning you're not pushing into the court enough. And what is happening is, because you have such angular momentum going up to contact and not enough linear momentum, this happens. You see that right foot, that right leg? And when you land, your left foot is really taking the brunt of the deceleration. So what I'd like to see is a little bit more linear acceleration and that left-right rhythm step, so you can get behind the baseline and start defending. Let's take a look at the next serve. So kind of same thing, you know, I think it's just an easy fix really is to get a little bit more angular or linear momentum going into the court, so that right leg doesn't spin around like that. And right now it would be very difficult to get this around and land into the court to push off, so you're having to really do everything with your left foot, and I don't think that's a good idea long term. You could get some inflammation in your left knee. So let's work on that this week. I wanted to give you this video in advance just in case you might have a question, or I didn't want you to get caught off guard by this, because this is something that a lot of coaches don't talk about. They don't talk about the rhythm step. They talk about all the things leading up to the serve. But in my opinion, that rhythm step is very important if you want to play at a higher level.